Watch Tranzeet TV right now.
Mi hormonal ultimate comentario 1. Keep watching Transit TV and stay more for premium content. Otra vez, adios.
There are no excuses. Arteta has built this team in their minds to have no excuses, regardless of what happens. Red card, injuries, referee, whatever it is, do the talking on the pitch. And like you said, the right mentality has been instilled in them. I was listening to the Gabriel during the Transit TV, welcome back again to the studios. EPL Big Sunday. It was this Sunday, of course. Tottenham losing, Manchester United losing, Arsenal and Liverpool playing a draw, and Chelsea, we know as well, beat Newcastle today 2-1. But for this show, we are focusing on the Arsenal-Liverpool game, the biggest game of this weekend. And I think a lot of people were disappointed with the outcome because many had thought that it would have gone the other way. Yeah, today, my brother Ugum, we are back to the show. Ugum, welcome back to the studios.
Oh, thank you, Reggie. Always a pleasure to be on Transit. Before we go in, we want to encourage people as usual to go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and share the page, go ahead and like the program we have today. Please help us continue to grow this channel. And Reggie, like I said, it's a pleasure to be back on Transit.
Yes, my brother, good to always talk football with you, talk soccer with you on this channel. Our viewers, you heard right there, you guys are doing a good job. Our numbers are going up, but we can do very, very much better. I know a lot of people out there enjoy these shows, but they are not subscribed to the channel. A lot of you also inbox me directly with your comments on the show. Please get busy on the comment section. Put your comment there. Let's have an engaging community in Transit so that we can talk about some of these things. It's not just about us giving you what we think. We also want to hear from you. Other fans who are watching the show must also know the opinions of people in regards to what we discuss on this show. So get busy there. Like and share this video like Ugum said. We are looking for at least 50 likes on this one as we go. Ugum, my brother, there's something that has not been talked about much about Arsenal this season, and that is the injuries. Is a good stuff for Arsenal and their fans to witness, where injuries are no longer excuses for winning or losing games. I mean, in a team where season just started, you have virtually had almost every player in a certain level miss one game or two. Odegaard has been absent since the third game of the season. Saka has missed 2 or 3 games. Saliba has missed 1 today because of a yellow card. Gabriel Magalhaes couldn't finish today's game. Then White missed about 2 or 3 games. During Timber in and out of the team. You know, he's been chucking and changes, especially at the back line of the team. And somehow they're still in title contending position. Today, with all the injuries, a lot of people felt that Liverpool were going to come around over Arsenal and win this one. But we saw how it panned out. Are we learning something new about this squad?
Yeah, we learned something new. I personally learned something new today. I always thought the squad was a good one. I always thought the team had the right mentality. But honestly, before this game, I did not expect a positive result, especially considering the injuries facing Arsenal and the absence of Saliba. Knowing the reputation and the level of talent of the Liverpool forwards. You know, for me, Liverpool has the most fearsome forward line in the league. Yeah, alongside Chelsea, actually. Alongside Chelsea, and then we'll talk about Manchester City. So Liverpool have different options. And again, watching Mohamed Salah today, I see why. I mean, I read that guy. That guy is a terrific football player. Terrific football player. High IQ, high efficiency, knows how to play the game. And when you have that kind of man up there with the pace and form of Diaz and Nunes, Thankfully Jota wasn't there. He's another guy that's a killer. So, what I learned again from this squad today is resilience, no matter who's on the pitch, right? You could see the level of intensity of the squad, the players for the game. I would not, hopefully, I'll learn my lesson not to underrate this team ever again, even this season. I tend to be conservative, but I'm starting to believe in the squad even more than I did. I did not expect that they would get a positive result today. And for me, this draw is positive as much as there was a chance to win the game.
Yes, on my own part, I think I'm just like you feel too today. And if you how during the week there was not too much talk about this game. There was not too much noise on the internet because Arsenal fans were wary of the situation, especially with the injuries. And I know a lot of pundits out there gave Liverpool one over Arsenal on this one. But Arteta, what he has managed to do in the last 3 seasons, that's why sometimes when you talk to opposing fans, they don't understand. Maybe they know, but they also want to acknowledge it. Arteta has not won the league, but what he has done to this team is it feels like we've won the league because, like you rightly said, this is a squad of players that anybody can play. If it was before you lose two, starters in the team crumbles. But now he has managed to assemble a squad of players who some players are on the bench just because only 11 can play. And today that was shown. Thomas Partey started this game as the right back, Timber at the left back. You have Ben White, who has not played at centre back for very long time, except for one time, sometime this season, that we had this same problem that he was moved to the centre half to finish up a game. For the past 2-3 seasons, he has not played in that position. He started there today with Saliba and Gabriel, and it looked like nothing happened. There was no panic. There was no Liverpool didn't have upper hand. If anything, yeah, the result getting to it, that was a fair result. But Arsenal had an edge over Liverpool in this game. So yeah, one thing I have learned in this game today is that there are no excuses. Arteta has built this team in their minds to have no excuses, regardless of what happens. Red card, injuries, referee, whatever it is, do the talking on the pitch. And like you said, the right mentality has been instilled in them. I was listening to the Gary Neville during the week, and that was exactly what he said. He said this team should go in there, regardless of whatever you're dealing with, injuries, absence, whatever. Just go there to win the game and get out and move on to the next one. And that they tried to do today. Of course, unfortunately, the game was ended in a draw, but they gave a very, very good attack on themselves today. And you could see that Arsenal was the one pushing. Even after the 2 to 5 minutes to go, they still were going for it and almost, got the winner that they were looking for. Yeah, I agree with you. And this team has really come of age, and I believe they are firmly in the title race, regardless of where they are in the table right now. The second talking point would be Bukayo Saka, 23 years old, scored his 50th Premier League game for Arsenal today and missed the last 2 games for Arsenal through injury. Came back today and in the first half was the best player on the pitch. Tell me about this young man. What more does Saka need to do for him to be, for him to get the accolades that he people talk about Palmer, like Palmer is the 17-year-old. Palmer is 22 years plus, just a few months younger than Saka. But because he started playing, I think he just had his, his 100th senior cap today or thereabout. People think he's a young player. Saka is almost the same age bracket with Cole Palmer. What more does Saka need to do, to get the applause that he deserves?
I think that at this point, whoever isn't giving that young man credit is just being disingenuous. There are people that just maybe because of club affiliation or maybe because of his skin color, depending on who's talking and where. Maybe, I don't know. what the reason would be for anyone to doubt Bukayo Saka's talent, doubt his pedigree, doubt his production. Yeah, you see, he's been doing this routinely for Arsenal, game after game after game, and even Arsenal fans got used to it until if this last 1 or 2 games that he hasn't played, you could see the world of difference, that we experience in terms of results, in terms of production, in terms of everything, when he's not there. Against Bournemouth, even with that red card, if Saka had played that game, it would have been a different game. You see the way he plays, the level of, his IQ is underrated. There were a few times that I saw what he did when we were under pressure, when he got the ball. Saka is very smart, smarter than most people give him credit for. I saw him collect the ball, back up, move towards his flank a little bit, delay, switch between both. The next thing, he will cut in, drag the ball to the midfield, and switch flanks. And usually when he does that, somebody's completely open on the other side. Either Martinelli or a Moreno. Thank you. Moreno was the name on my lips, yes. Either a Moreno or a Martinelli. The guy is a baller, bona fide baller. And Arsenal are very extremely lucky to have that young man, from the academy. Yeah, so you cannot quantify what Saka can bring. After the game, Arne Slot, Liverpool coach, talked about it. He said, yeah, you can prepare your game plan, prepare everything for opponents. The way Arsenal play, what they will bring to the table. But you cannot legislate for world-class wingers that can change games, right? So, yeah, and that's what Saka did. Came in from injury, and the way he took that goal was incredible. So, yeah, you cannot give Bukayo Saka enough credit.
Yeah, he talked so much there about the technical side of things. The one that, let me focus on his attitude, on his, his focus on the game. He does all these things with all the noise, who is better, world class, no world class. You wouldn't hear him respond to nobody. Even when you bring some of this question directly to his face, he smiles at you with the right attitude, give you a very measured response, and move on. No drama, both on the pitch. You kick him, he looks at you, he stands up, he gets on with it. That's the one that even impresses me the most. At the age that he is, with the numbers he has thrown out there for people to work with, there's no drama. Consistently focused on getting the job done. He prefers to do the talking on the pitch. He does the talking on the pitch, and he goes home. And no drama. I think the young man is a very, very massive model for young players to look up to. And Arsenal did a very, very good job of keeping him in the team, not letting him go when he was going to sign his first professional contract. Because this is a very good example for people like Luis Kelly and wanting them to look at that. Hey, look at Saka, where he is, and he keeps his head down. They can look up to how do you manage, because in this new era of social media and stuff, he can get carried away and get soaked into what's going on out there. He has been through adversity. He has been through celebration. He's been recognized. Many have felt recognize him, but you will still hear him speak or come to the field with any kind of arrogance or attitude. He gets on with the job and gets the job done. And with regards to what you said about, and I started talking about him, I want to ask you something. I know I've asked you this question before. I'm going to repeat it again today. Is it that Arteta has adjusted the way Arsenal play that makes Saka more often than not now be one-on-one with defenders? Or is it that teams are beginning to disrespect him or can no longer figure out how to? Because last season, the main topic was teams were double teaming Saka, 2 or 3 on him. He can't do this, he can't do that. Is it that Saka himself has become smarter, or Arsenal is now playing a different way that makes it difficult for teams to always double team him?
I think that team still double team him. I see that. Depending on the team we are playing, of course. For the likes of City, the likes of Liverpool, the tendency to double team him will not be there because those are big teams that also want to attack and want to win, right? So they believe that their man is, if one person is enough to contain Bukayo, just like Arsenal will not designate two people to mark a single individual, no matter what the game is, no matter who we're playing against. So, yeah, when you play against these other teams, typical top four teams, they're likely to just do zonal instead of man-to-man. Well, actually, they're likely to do man-to-man and have, when it becomes a problem, somebody may come and help, right? But not double teaming. But I saw against the lesser teams, at least one or two games I saw double teaming going on. So yeah, that's just how maybe I haven't really looked at it closely, but
yeah, these days he's finding himself more one-on-one. Yeah, every now and then you see people double team.
Yeah. So speaking to that, I also think that he has gotten more experience and more smarter, right? How he handles the ball, how he positions himself, how quickly he releases the ball and makes space for himself. So I think he's evolved. As a forward, he's a smarter guy now knows how better to deal with double teaming and all that much better than he used to do last season.
Yeah, I also believe too, not just Saka, Arsenal has also evolved the way they play. Before it used to be predominantly him on that flank, left alone with sometimes Odegaard comes. But I think Arsenal is quicker in their switching now that most times Martinelli and Moreno and the Rice are able to also camp opponent on that side. So by the time they switch the ball, Saka is alone. Before the double teaming, happens, he has already done his damage. I think, he has gotten smarter, and Arsenal too has evolved the way they play. And with the Rice playing on the left side, with Martinelli and Moreno coming in now, they have more players who are able to also cause havoc on that side. So teams are now divided, can no longer just wait for Arsenal on the right side, because before it was Odegaard, Saka, Ben White. That's where things were happening. So you know that they're going to concentrate on that side. But now, if you focus on Saka, Martinelli and Moreno and Rice are also running out on the other side. So probably that's what has happened, because I see that this season he's more and more having time with just one defender on him most time. That's why he's managing to do his damages. Yeah, I agree with you, and I just wanted to touch on that.